everyone, and welcome along to Peter's Reviews. It's been a little while since I've made a video on an e-bike, but I'm back, and I'm back to show you Eskute's new range for 2024. So what I have here has been sent to me to review is the new M100 mountain bike from Eskute. So what we'll do first is we'll get it unboxed. I'll show you me building it as I go along, highlight anything if I think you need to know. It's a very straightforward build, only 4 or 5 things you need to do. So let's get stuck in, let's get it built, and then let's take you through the components that have been put into this bike and show you what it's like, and then I'll give you my first impressions. Okay folks, that's the M100 Eskute mountain bike, fully prepared and built, ready. So there'll be a few adjustments I want to do before I take my first ride out, and that'll be adjusting the mechanical disc brakes. I'll let the battery finish charging, I'll do anything, then I'll do a test, make sure I've got plenty of power there, and then we'll go for a ride after we're complimentary. You do get the manual, and in the manual it does take you through all the steps that I have today to show you how to build the bike. I'll also put a proper Eskute video link in the description below, which shows you the full bike build of this bike from Eskute, so you can't go wrong. Okay, now we've got our built, let's talk about all the features that go into building this lovely mountain bike. First up, I think we've got to look at the colour. You might not pick it up on the camera, but it's a grey colour, this one, but it's speckled, like silver little speckles to it. It really lights up nicely in the sunshine here. It really looks really nice, and I love the stickering with the Eskute on it. It's very subtle, but it's there. It's really tidy. Okay, so let's look at where everything, how it comes from this thing. So on the rear, we've got a rear hub motor, which is 250 watt hour motor, which is legal in this country. Got to know that, many people need to know that. 250 watt hour motor. It has a battery which is 375 watt hours with a range up to 35 miles, depending on hills, your riding weight, riding style, how you use the bike. But it still would work out, you know, a very good usable commuter bike or a weekend fun bike for someone who just wants to get out and get some exercise. So I still think with a smaller battery compared to some of what Eskute produced, it still does everything that you're going to need it to do if you're looking at buying this for fun or for commuting. Now when you put your foot down on the pedals, you're going to really feel the torque sensor kick in, because it's 50 Newton meter torque sensor, which is a very good one for this price range. So when you choose your level of power assist and you start pedaling, it's going to be instant, it's going to pull you away. I'm going to make a second video on this, but it's going to show you, I'll show you how quickly the power kicks in when I do my ride out video. But this is my first impressions, so this is why we're going through all the features. Let's stick with the electronics and look at the display. This is a display that's actually on the dearer Star mountain bike, because I have one of them as well. It's a very good, it lights up really well. I'll give you a shot of that once I get the battery back on the bike. Gives you all your rider's information. You've got your toggle switch here where you can flick through the information and it adjusts your power, 5 levels of power assist. Let's stick with the handlebars and look at the brake levers. Now these brake levers are triggering the manual disc brakes that this bike has, so you are going to have plenty of stopping power there. And you can see on the handlebars we have a Shimano gear set, and it's a 7-speed gear set. You get a 7-speed sprocket on the rear here, so it is a very good build. On the front here we have our shockers. Now the shockers are very spongy, they'll absorb quite a lot. But if you're riding a lot or just through the streets and you don't want the shockers on, you can lock the shockers off, so that's them locked using this blue switch, or you can open them and then you get your fuel shock systems again. So that's a nice little feature to have as well. Just while at the front, as I said earlier, there's your light, and it also has a reflector on it as well. I'm just noticing in the wire here we have one extra connection, which Eskute do a lot, and sometimes they will introduce a throttle that's available later on. Not sure if that's going to be the case with this one, but the fact that it's there, it's worth looking out for in my opinion, because I've got the little thumb throttles on a couple of my bikes and they are really good fun. So down at the grippy end of the bike, your tyres. So these are 27.5 inch wheels, and they've got 1.95 with tyres on them, and they're really good knobbly tyres. So a little bit off-roading, we'll definitely be doing that and trying that on the next ride out. I always like to take these out of the streets as well, but definitely on the gravel, the dirt, even the mud if I come across it. So we'll definitely get out of them. And while we're on the wheels, we've got a couple of nice effects there. So you are going to be seeing movements in this bike as well. Just to the rear of the bike here, you can see our 7 sprocket for the Shimano gear set here, and you can see it's protected by this car here if you fall off or have any knocks. Pedals I mentioned earlier with the reflectors, and they do have the studs on them to make sure you get a good grip with your feet when riding. A couple of things I want to mention. It's always good to be a good solid padded saddle. This is one of the better ones I've seen from Eskute. It really is padded all the way, front and rear. Any rider will tell you, comfort is important when you go out for a long ride. The saddle is really important. But the second thing that's important is your grips. And you'll spot it on these grips here. But they have the space for your palm as well. And I've had a few bikes where I've had these, and once you have them once, you don't want to go away from them, because when you're riding you can put a bit of weight on your palms, like so. It just makes your riding posture and your riding position really, really nice. So I think there's a lot of thought went into this. Okay, my first impressions. Well, overall, I think it's a very good build. And you know, this is a real budget bike. It's on Eskute's website for $599. Now, coming at that price range, you wouldn't expect to get a build like this. And so far, I'm pretty impressed with it. Yeah, it has a lower range of 35 miles compared to 50 and 60 in some ranges, but it just means you charge it a little more off. You're still going to get a good 25 to 35 mile ride. And I think for most of us, you know, that's going to be more than adequate. My next video will be a ride out of this. The first impressions on this, like I say, quite happy, quite impressed with the build, very easy to put together. So I'll get it out for a ride next. But if you think it's the right bike for you, I say it's on Eskute's website for £599. Eskute have been kind enough to give as a discount code, which is 50 Peter, all in capitals, 50 PETER, 50 Peter, and that'll get you £50 off this bike. So suddenly it's £550. So I'll put a link in the description below. Click on that link and use the discount code when you get to the website. All you do is put that 50 Peter in the discount box at checkout. It'll show you a £50 discount straight away, and you can carry on with your purchase. Simple as that. Delivery for this for me was 2 days. It said up to 7 days. It came in 2 days. I was really impressed. The DX is the courier they used. Came up from Northampton to Leicestershire in 2 days. Very pleased with that. So for now, if this is the bike for you, go ahead and have a look. If you want to hold off until I've done the first ride out on it, you're welcome to do that too. We'll be doing that over the next week or so. Weather dependent. Thankfully it's quite glorious today to get out in the garden to do this. Really enjoyed this, really enjoyed being back doing bikes again. And the good news is Eskute have a second bike that's ending me. I'll tell you about that very soon, and then we'll be doing a first impressions and a ride out on that one. So look out for that one soon. For now, thanks for taking the time to watch today. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. The channel's growing nicely. We just went over 100,000 views, about 550 subscribers. If we can get that to 1,000 this year, I'll be really happy. But stick that like in there, because that helps the algorithm from YouTube to push this video to more parties that might be interested in getting themselves a budget-friendly e-bike. So, thanks again for watching, and bye for now.